Chapter 34. The next morning, I woke to the sound of my PCD ringing. I reached for the nightstand where I'd left it the night before, but found it empty. "Hello," came the sound of Devon's voice as he answered the call. "Just a moment, please." I rolled over and opened my eyes to see him standing beside the bed, his hand covering the mouthpiece on the device. "It's Natalie." I held out my hand and took the device from him. "Natalie, it's Nicki. I want to do it, I want to try." Her voice shook, even over the phone, and I knew she was scared, but wanted to do it anyway. "All right, I'll contact the Aniquitos and get it set up. Do you mind if I ask you a question, though?" "Not at all, what do you want to know?" "Your parents. They're not both wolves, what's the other one?" "Bear, my mom is a black bear." I said, surprised. "I'll call you back when I have a time and place for us to shift you, but do me a favor, think about this for me. If you had to choose between shifting into a wolf or a black bear, which would you choose?" "What?" she asked. "If you had to pick one, which would you choose?" I asked again. "I don't know." "You don't need to decide right now, but think about it." "Oh, all right," her voice still shook. "I'll be in touch when I know more." We said our goodbyes and rang off. I glanced at the time and made a quick call to the local Aniquitos before putting the small device on the nightstand. "Do you really think she'll only be able to shift into one animal form?" Devon asked, sitting on the edge of the bed. I took a deep breath and held it a moment. "I don't know." I released the breath out in a rush of air. Neither did Alexis when I asked her about it last night. Neither one of us is sure what will happen, but we've come up with several possibilities. Oh. Number 1, I held up one hand and flipped one finger into the air. I call one animal while Alexis fixes the defect in the shifting gene, and she can shift normally into either animal form at will. I flipped a second finger up. Number 2. I have to call each animal form separately, and then she can shift normally on her own into both forms. "All right," he said, waiting for me to go on. Number 3. I added another finger to the others. I call the animal form she chooses and can't call the other. She can shift, but only into the one form. Devon nodded. Number 4. I added the last finger to the others. I can't call either animal form, I can't shift her at all. I could have gotten her hopes up for nothing. Not nothing. No matter how it turns out, you will learn something, and so will she. You will both know for sure. I sighed. I guess you're right. I rolled off the far side of the bed and landed on my feet. Grabbing clothes from the suitcase, I headed into the bathroom for a shower. "I'll be out in a bit, then we can go find something to eat. I expect to hear from the Aniquitos soon, then I'll call Alexis back."